My name is Lisa Stanton, Lisastanton. I am a partner in Stanton Family Farms, LLC on Route 145 in between Cobleskill and Middleburg. We are a medium-sized dairy farm, and we happen to be one of the largest farms in Schoharie County. We have specific issues and concerns that are about pipelines crossing our land. First of all, we are environmental stewards of the land. We take care of the land. Being a medium-sized dairy farm, we are required to have a CAFO permit. CAFO stands for Concentrated Animal Feeding Operation. This essentially means we take food to our animals, they don't fend for themselves. This is regulated by DEC, the Department of Environmental Conservation, and Environmental Conservation Law. This allows us to have a state pollutant discharge elimination system, and this requires a certified nutrient management plan. This regulates when and where we can spread manure and crop rotation. Our certified nutrient management plan is set by standards based on the Natural Resource Conservation Service, and all of these are set forth by the Environmental Protection Agency in accordance with the Clean Air and Water Act of 2003 and 2008. What that means is on a daily basis, there are many impacts on our farm. We have to hire a certified CAFO planner through the Schoharie County Department of Soil and Water Conservation to help keep up with all the requirements and the paperwork. We have to map all of our tillable land, both our own land, the land that we own and the land that we rent. We have to collect soil samples of all this land every 3 years to determine nutrient values. We create a detailed plan for when, where, and how much manure can be spread on each field based on soil samples, the DEC regulations, etc., etc. We create a plan for manure storage and handling when not allowed to spread on certain fields at certain times. DEC is also in the process of making those restrictions even more stringent. We create manure storage facilities such as lagoons and septic systems that have to be designed and approved by certified engineers at additional cost to us. We have to determine if there's any additional fertilizer needed when planting crops based on the recommendations of all these organizations. We have to set up a continuous crop rotation system and monitoring system so the same crops are not planted on the same fields every year. We have to monitor all of our silos for runoff and fermentation. We have to design the septic systems to collect any possible runoff. We have a vast record management system. We have logbooks for manure storage and spreading, crop rotation, weather. We have to record precipitation every day on the farm, and our feed storage. So as you can see, we have a lot going on with the environment. We take care of the environment around us. In addition, we have an ample water aquifer that's about 100 feet below the surface. We have 5 wells on the farm that feed all of our barns. It also feeds 3 houses, families. We are very concerned that with this pipeline, which would be the second crossing our farm, what if it leaks? We are in big trouble. It will affect all of our animals, all of our barns, and all of the families, 8 families that work on the farm. If we violate any of the regulations placed in front of us, we can face a fine of up to $37,500 a day. You need to prepare an environmental impact statement for your agency to issue a certificate of public convenience and necessity. This is not convenient, and it's not necessary for us. Thank you. My name is Lisa Stanton, and I did rush my comments before, so I want to come up and add a little bit more to it. As I was saying, we are regulated by many government agencies, and as the pipeline comes through, we are not allowed to farm on the acres. As my husband said, it's upwards of 130 acres and more than a mile. So we are not allowed to use those acres for 2 full calendar years during construction, from what we've been told by the pipeline companies. Since Constitution has already been granted their certificate of public necessity, they can start at any time as soon as DEC issues their permit, their final permit that they're waiting for. So they really could start in 2015, the middle of this growing season. 2 calendar years would make that 3 growing seasons. With the co-location of the NED pipeline, it could be up to 6 growing seasons that we are affected. And 130 acres out of 1,000 acres is a good 10% of our crop acreage. When we are not able to farm those acres, we have to purchase additional feed to feed our animals at an additional expense that is not covered under any compensation that we may get by the pipeline company for an easement. They do talk crop damages, but we have no idea what that is at this point because we refused to sign an easement because the offers that they were making us were ludicrous and ridiculous and based on properties that were not comparable to ours at all. So I know a lot of people are asked to sacrifice for this pipeline, but how many residences or businesses could be asked to sacrifice up to 10% of the land that they farm for up to 6 calendar years? Thank you.
Thank you.